In this video, we will going to discuss one of the pillar of object-oriented programming, which is encapsulation. So remember earlier I was telling you about this public that we will gonna learn about it in next video or later video. So this is the time. So basically what is encapsulation? Let me give you the literal meaning. It's mean to cover something into a container, into a capsule, to hide something or to give it a limitation. So in object-oriented programming, we do the encapsulation using access modifiers. So we have three access modifiers. One is public, second is protected, and third is private. Public is basically can be used by anyone. Like you can access this color if it is public. But if we set it to protected and private, you cannot access this. You can manage it, you can work on it within the class if it is private or protected. You cannot access or use it outside the class. When you are creating an object, you cannot access it. Let me show you. So public, as you can see, let me remove all this. And now instead of get function, we can say name. Save it, come back, refresh, Apple. It is giving you the access. But now if I change this to protected, save it, come back, refresh, you see we got the error. Cannot access protected property. Same for the private. You see, private property. So the only difference between protected and private is that just right now you have to understand this, but later we will do the practical when you are going to understand and learn about inheritance. Protected is used when you are using one class from another class. So we are going to learn about that in our next videos, pillar of object-oriented programming, maybe third. So just have to remember protected is also one of our access modifier to not let user directly access it, but you can use it within a class or the classes which are inherited or extended by the main class. And private, you can simply cannot use anywhere else except within the class. So let's say we are using private name and now we have to get the name. Now to get the name, we have only option to use this function. Sorry, forget to use Apple. Save it, refresh. Now we are getting Apple. So we cannot use this name outside the class using an object, but we can use a public function to provide the user access to get this function. Why we do that? Let me show you. For instance, if we go back to this, you have an application where you have a secure number or something and you don't want user to change it. Let's say secure name in our case. Apple, we change it to orange. Let's see what will gonna happen. Save it, come back. 1 second, I forgot to change here. Public, save it. You see, now the name got changed to orange. But this is an apple and it changed to orange. To prevent this type of modification into our class property and functions, we use the access modifier. Now if I set private, a user who created the object is not able to change the name, you see it will gonna give an error. So in some cases, you only want user to get the value of a property. You don't want them to set the property while they are using the class. For instance, you have a, let me set another property, private weight. So now you don't want the user to ever change the weight. Okay, so let's define an array and we set the weights of these fruits. For apple, we say weight is 1 gram. For orange, we say weight is 1.5 gram. Just giving you the example. Banana, 0.5 gram. Now we have a function here, public function get weight. Now it will gonna return dollar weight, and we will gonna access the key with the name of our fruit. But keep in mind we are using capital letter, so we have to use one function str to lower. This will gonna change all the letters to lowercase. And also we cannot directly access the property, as I told you. We have to use this, save it, come back, refresh. Oh, we also have to add the commas here, and certainly we have to remove this, otherwise we're gonna get the error. And now here we have to call get weight function and also get name function. Come back, refresh, you see apple, okay, weight, and do the same thing for banana. Save it, come back, refresh. Apple weight is 1 gram and banana weight is 0.5 gram. So getting the understanding of access modifier, this is private. We can also set access modifiers for the functions as well. Let's give you the example again with the price. Let's set another private price, and get price is a function, and here let's say we are calling another function calculate price. Let's define this function private. To access the function which we call method within the class, we have to use this just like we do for the property. So in here, let's say we are returning weight multiplied by, let's say, some value, or let's say 10. So this is the secret number. You don't want the user to see this. And now you can say this arrow price is equals to this function. Now you can say price get price, and we have to return this price. Save it, come back, refresh, and 10. For banana, save it, come back, refresh, 5, because 0.5 multiplied by 10 is equals to 5. So this is the overview of encapsulation. You are giving the limitation in the access to properties and methods into our class to secure your code, to protect your code, and not let user mess up things or destroy your functionality. So this is the access modifiers, which is the main pillar of object oriented programming encapsulation. So hope you have learned it. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Take care for now. Bye bye.